All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and I would say it's fair to say this is free agent wave 3-ish.
Yeah, I think so.
So we're going to put a bow on it. We're going to grade the Vikings free agent class, grade 3. Let us know in the comments what your grade is. They're killing it.
Yeah, we're going to mushroom stamp week 3 of Vikings free agency. Before we do, wave 3, not week 3, because it's only week 2, but it's wave 3. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment as well. Also, if you have not yet done it, first of all, shame on you. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. It's a perfect time right now. You got NBA, you got the March Madness going on, you got golf going on. Great time to maybe do some higher or lowers. Wager a little money and make some money. Promo code SKULL, match your first 100 bones, and also give you a mystery offer for a new customer. It's basically gimmies.
It is gimmies. Speaking of gimmies, we got some gimmies this week in free agency. Vikings have been signing players like madmen, and they've been signing some damn good ones, but let's see how they did in wave 3. Lupagus, what do we got?
Let's start. So we got Jonah Williams, the defensive end, not the offensive tackle, defensive end from the Los Angeles Rams. We got Shaq Griffin, cornerback, Houston Texans, Jihad Ward, edge rusher from the New York Giants, and Camus Grigier-Hill, the special teams ace. So the Vikings brought in 4 guys in wave 3 here, and I don't know. I'm actually pretty excited about this group.
Yeah, I mean, so you got to take a step back. You got to be like, you know what? This is the week where you sign guys that nobody knows who they are.
Yeah.
You sign guys that's like, you know what? Maybe they make the final roster.
It's the week we'd be signed.
Yeah, I mean, Onebar Lupagus could be signed next week. But I mean, they sign guys that are not only solid depth pieces, but some guys that will push to actually start. So they had a phenomenal week. Let's just go one by one. So Jonah Williams, the defensive lineman from the Rams, started 16 games last year. Is he the sexiest player? No, he's not. But is he better than Dean Lowry? Damn right he is.
Well, I think we're both better than Dean Lowry, so I'm not sure that's a fair comparison.
I just want
the Vikings tried to get him a couple years ago. He failed his physical, but yeah, he was a starter for the Rams last year. I think he had around 45 tackles, a couple sacks. A guy who has experience. He can rush he can rush the quarterback.
Sacks. You should see the doctor.
I like it. I mean, I like this signing. I just feel like it's a quality depth move. Will he, if he has to start, fine, whatever. You could do worse. You could have Dean Lowry out there. So it's definitely an upgrade from that standpoint.
Yeah, defensive line-wise, they're doing a great job of just bringing in bodies, not just bodies, but guys who have been in the league, guys who have played, and whoever ends up winning that spot, you can't complain. So who else is next?
Well, let's go to the big one. I think the one that got most of our fans excited, a guy we mentioned in some of our videos looking upon who the Vikings could sign at cornerback, Shaquille Griffin, cornerback from he was last with the Texans, Carolina, Jacksonville, Seattle. He's bounced around, but this is one that might have some teeth to it, like potential starter here.
Yeah, I could absolutely see him starting at corner. I mean, him, Byron Murphy, and Mekhi Blackman out there. You put Josh Metellus wherever the hell you want to put him because he's just going to make plays.
D tackle.
So giving us options. He's still. I was going to look it up. He's 28 or 29.
He's 28.
He's 28 years old. Obviously, his best days are probably behind him in Seattle. He was fantastic, but I think Brian Flores can muster a little something out of this guy where all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, I can't believe we got Shaq Griffin on this team. He's fantastic.
He's like that tube of toothpaste you have where it's like, oh my God, I'm going to throw us in the garbage, but you roll it up, you squeeze, and all of a sudden you got maybe almost a whole week's worth of toothpaste still in that tube. You
Sounds
thought
like
you
don't
had
use
nothing
enough
left.
toothpaste. If it's that bare,
it was
like
like
a whole week.
God,
you're gross.
You only need this much per day.
I overcompensate on toothpaste. It's like
well, it doesn't smell like
handle.
It doesn't smell like it when we talk to each other. What are you doing?
Like
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, like, I mean, this is a guy I would not be surprised if he starts at like 8 games next year.
I think this will either be a signing where everybody look back at this and just like, damn, Kwesi, well done, or it's gonna be like, oh God, it's Brashad Breeland. It's not good at all. But I don't see that happening.
Oh my God, I hope it's not like that. Let's go to Jihad Ward, the edge rusher from the New York Giants.
Yeah, he's the perfect guy to come in to add depth. Like he's coming off his best season as a pro, 5 sacks. He's 29, and former early second-round pick.
Yeah,
and you know what? He's like Patrick Jones and Andre Carter. So it's like, let's see where he lands. But I could see him seeing the field actually quite a bit in 2024.
Having an experienced edge rusher behind your two starters in Ginkle and Grenard, this is fantastic. This is great. Jihad Ward, I'm surprised he's as old as he is. I feel like he was just in the draft a couple years ago. 5 sacks last year. This is a major upgrade over having Patrick Jones as the next guy up. So I love this signing. This was really, really good move by Kwesi.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we love Patrick Jones when we drafted him, I mean, he's shown a few glimpses, but last year was pretty brutal. So the Ward signing is wonderful. I would take him out on the field anytime over Patrick Jones. And now
but let's not forget, give Patrick Jones a little credit. He did have a couple of good games late in the season.
Well, it's good. He's an NFL player. I'm glad he showed up. I mean, he's not doing it for free. He's getting paid. So
I mean, as bad as he was early, he did step it up later.
The biggest part of this is it's not like you're forcing Andre Carter into a role where he might not be ready yet, because clearly they love this guy and they can just let him mature naturally.
Yeah, and we didn't see much from Carter. Like I don't think he's anywhere close to being ready.
Squatter.
I don't think he's close. So I like it from that standpoint too, like where you can let him continue to develop. Let's go to the last one. Camus, Gurgier, Hill, the special teams ace, last with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, take her home.
Well, here's the thing. Troy Dye was signed. I can't remember who got him. I feel like
Chargers, I think.
It was the Chargers. And now you're replacing him, a depth linebacker who's also good in special teams. I think this is an upgrade as far as the special teams standpoint this goes. This guy's excellent in special teams. Him and Najee down there gunning it, shutting it down. I mean, no one's going to return punts on us next year. And then also linebacker depth. I mean, this guy had a season in 2021. He had 108 total tackles. That's crazy. And with Brian Flores coaching this guy up, I like this move a lot. I really do.
You say it's an upgrade at special teams. This is an upgrade at linebacker. He's better than Troy Dye he's just a better football player than him. And I don't even think it's close. So they wanted to bring Troy Dye back. Didn't happen. And whoops, we just so happened to upgrade. I think he had a game last year. I think he had like 19 tackles in a single game. He picked off Kirk Cousins, special teamer, great depth. We have no depth at inside linebacker. We have Brian Asamoah and Bo Buplain. I forgot his name.
Abraham
Buplain.
Buplain.
So and Blake Cashman, a guy that has been known to get injured a few times. We have somebody that can come in and once again, just kind of like the Jihad, he can start. And not just start, but like not be a liability. So hell of a signing. Defense. That's all they're doing, and they're signing fucking great players.
So do you have your magic marker and your piece of paper?
I forgot. I forgot about
I don't have it either. So what's your grade? What's your grade on this group, Wave 3 free agency for the Vikings?
All right, so we're taking in consideration this is Wave 3. You have to compare it to other teams' signings who at some point are just gross. So the last grade last week, I gave it an A-. Yeah. There's no minus this time. This is an A.
Wow.
This is an A. And I don't know how you don't grade it. Like, I don't see how you grade it lower than an A. Like, these dudes are exactly what you want in Wave 3, and they're like at the top level of the grade 3 signings. So A, easy.
Yeah, I went B plus, just because. Why? I mean, they're backup players. They're backup players. So what's the ceiling on them? What's the ceiling? I mean, if you get a starter
on numerous teams,
I think they're all backups. So I give it a B plus. I love it. I love the depth. I think we've got a really great group of depth here, and I love these signings by Kwesi. But I'm going to go B plus.
So we've taken guys that have started on other teams, and now there are backups, which makes it even better. That should like bump your grade up.
I know, but like, I mean, how high can they be as backups?
As grade 3 guys that have started, usually grade 3 guys are like I'm trying to think of a Vikings signing.
Week 3 last year.
Austin Schlottman.
God, I feel like he was probably earlier than he should have been.
No, I'm just.
I think they nailed Nate Hairston. Nate Hairston was a Wave 3 guy.
I'm not gonna rip on your B plus. It's worthy. It's a solid grade. Solid grade. Let us know in the comments what your grade is. Can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know that. And remember this too, guys. There was once a missing 5-year-old boy who went missing from his home in Alabama for 13 years, but he was found when he tried to apply to college.